Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors on this second Saturday in September 2023. And, of course, that means that Ron Wong is on the line. Ron's over at Hot Springs, Arkansas for the Pan American Bass World Championships over there. And, Ron, this next guest, I know I'm excited to talk to him. I know there's a connection not only in the last name, but a love of saxophones. I can't wait to talk about this young man. I mean, we have talked to people in all over Europe, and we've had in Alaska. I don't know if we've ever had a guest from Honolulu in Hawaii.
No, we haven't.
I don't think we have, and so it's awful early over there, so we're not going to talk about time zones or anything like that. But,
right.
but we've got a special guest. Ron, tell us who's coming up with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Hey, our next guest on Outdoors with Larry Ray is a gentleman who I met here a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. It hadn't been very long. And he was a bass fisherman from Hawaii that had aspirations to fish in the elite tournaments. He came up through the Bass Nation, qualified for the Bassmaster Classic, and now he is fishing the Elite Series. And golly, you talk about a guy that knows how to catch fish all over the world because he loves the saltwater fish. He also plays a saxophone like I do. My cuz from Honolulu, Matty Wong. Good morning, Matty.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Good to hear you guys' voices, and thanks for having me on.
I bet you never thought, Matt, that you'd be talking to another Wong on the radio and both of y'all play saxophone. I'm just amazed at this. Yeah, we've been on the air 20.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we've been on the air 23 years here in Memphis, and me and Ron go back a long way. But when he said Matty Wong, I said, well, let's see, where's he from? Yeah, Clarksdale, Mississippi or something like that? He said, no, he's from Hawaii. And I said, okay, let's talk to Matty. And first of all, Matty, I've been studying some things about you and everything, your career and things along that line. And I know your goal was to be in that elite and have some fun, right? I mean, no,
exactly. I mean, it was never. I mean, I always wanted to try to figure out a way that I can make fishing into, and find a way to make a living fishing.
Yes, yeah.
Because there's a saying, right? If you enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's true. Yeah, and that's what Ron does now. I mean, that's.
But no, I got incredibly blessed and extremely lucky by winning the nationals, the Bass Nation National Championships on the Ouachita River back in 2021.
Yes,
and it's definitely been a bumpy road on the Elite Series. A lot of learning, a lot of trials and tribulations, but I feel like I would say that the past year and the past half year itself, I feel like I've learned how to play the game a little bit better, and it's definitely a lot different from fishing the Opens or fishing like the U.S. Open out west or any of the weekend 2-day tournaments. It's the quality of anglers and the competition is at the highest level for sure.
Well, Matty, you talked about the ups and downs of fishing the elite tournament trail. You started off kind of slow, and it took the last 4 tournaments, including 2 up north on Lake Champlain and the St. Lawrence River, for you to re-qualify for the 2024 Elite Series. How stressful was that?
Oh, it was definitely a lot of stress. I mean, I got a lot of people rooting for me now, and I don't want to let them down. And I'm a competitive guy myself, so as much as my back was against the ropes, I told myself, let's just have fun these last few, and however the cards will lay out, and that's just how it's meant to be. And I told myself, let's just really, really focus on having fun, and I think everything else will fall into place. And And surely enough, it did. You know, I had an incredible finish on the Sabine River. Got my first top 10, and actually my first top 3.
Yeah,
and then they're on the Sabine River.
Yes,
and you get a camera in your boat too. You know where the world can watch you on Fox Sports TV, and that was incredible. But talking about all of what you do and fishing these elites. One of the things that you do, Matty, that I like real well, and I want you to talk a little bit about, is that everybody can see a recap of all of your tournaments on YouTube, on your YouTube channel. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, thanks, Uncle.
Uncle Wong. All right, now we got him now. All right.
That's Uncle Ron.
Yeah, way to go, Ron.
But you know, I appreciate that. I put a lot of time and effort into filming these vlogs and recaps, and I like to bring along my viewer along with me on this adventure.
Yeah.
And I like to give a behind-the-scenes, uncut view of what it's like to be on the Elite Series. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, you can go onto YouTube and type in Matty Wong Fishing, and you'll see my channel pop up. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the little notification bell. And I try to drop a new episode every single Monday.
Mondays, okay. All right, yeah.
Yep, on Mondays. And, and so I try to drop it early morning on the West Coast, and so the guys on the East Coast can also be, heading to work or whatever and watch I try to make it at least 15 to 30 minutes, so it's a good little time.
It's a good little time. And, again, we're talking to Matty Wong, and I got to ask you, Matty, being from Hawaii, travel schedules and things along that line, how in the world did a young man from Hawaii have dreams of being on the pro bass circuit?
Oh man, it goes all the way back to when I was a little kid growing up here. You know, I was catching tilapia with a bamboo pole, holding onto my dad's pant leg, and then from there we had a little small John boat that we would go out and fish for peacock bass on Lake Wilson. And I would watch, guys like Bill Dance and all the old legends, Roland Martin, and it was something that was. It was always a pipe dream, and until I moved out to California in 2013, I was able to really, start honing in on some of those skills.
Yes,
and, was lucky enough to qualify for the state team for California. So it was, I guess everything was just meant to be.
And your home waters, Ron, is the Delta. Ron always talks about he's from the Delta, and everybody thinks it's Mississippi, but it's the California Delta.
Don't let that accent fool you, because he's a Delta boy at heart.
There you go, Ron.
That's
Wong.
right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Hey, Matty, you can't do everything you do by yourself. You've got to have a lot of support.
Yes.
But you also have to have some really good sponsors.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the sponsors that you have.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so grateful for the incredible team that's behind me, and I would say first and foremost a huge thanks to Mega Bass.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the top lure makers, rod makers, and they're just a phenomenal company. So a huge shout out to Mega Bass and the team. And then, other brands that would, make it all possible for me. And I'll try to, not forget anyone as I go down the list.
Well, they expect that, man. I know. You want to dress nice, too. I know that, too. So, I mean.
I try to. Yeah. So, whoever got, Sims definitely has me covered when it comes to dressing nice and making sure that I stay dry out on the water.
Yes.
Oldest I make sure that I got comfortable footwear.
Oh, you got some good footwear there. Yeah.
Yeti makes sure that all my drinks are cold and that my bags are packed well when I travel.
Yeah.
I got the Vertra that help me with my accessories and my sunscreen. I got Bastrix and Gamakatsu. I got Sunline.
See, there you go. Yeah.
I got the hookup tackle out of Arizona, and those boys, Ben and the boys over there, have an incredible store at the hookup tackle there. So if you with the widest selection of Mega Bass SKUs in the country, so they're incredible.
Know those sponsors, man. Know those sponsors, and you're also representing your state too, Matty. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing, Ron. You know that. To see when you're going out and you're from Honolulu and you're fishing on the St. Lawrence River. Come on now. That takes a lot of guts, a lot of strategy and things along that line. So I know you keep up with everything. I mean, social media and things along. How important is that to you?
Oh, it's really important. I have a lot of fans and a lot of family that's following me and supporting me from back home in Hawaii, and also a lot of friends that are really close to me and my second family in California.
That's right. Yeah.
So it means a lot to me to make sure that I'm consistent with all of those different forms of media, whether it's my Facebook, my Instagram, or my YouTube.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible that we live in this day and age where we can kind of keep track of someone on a cellular device.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple of minutes here before we let you go, and again, tell them how they can keep up with you. Ron's taught me that over the years. Uncle Ron has. So tell us how we can keep up with you again, Matty.
Yeah, sure. You can go on Facebook and go ahead and subscribe and like my page on Facebook, and it's Matty Wong Fishing, MattyWong Fishing.
Okay.
And that's the same on my YouTube, and then on my Instagram, it's Matty MattyWong WONG.
Well,
there you go.
There you go, and we appreciate it, Ron. You want to say anything? You got any closing remarks for your nephew here? I mean,
first of all, Matty, now that we have your phone number, we're not going to lose it, and you can expect to be back on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we want to wish you all of the very, very best in 2024 on the Elite Series.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll see you in Tulsa at the Bassmaster Classic. You'll be there representing all of your wonderful sponsors, and
all the Wongs.
I encourage all of our listeners to subscribe to Matty's social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Matty, appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you again, cuz.
Yes.
Mahalo.
Did you hear that? Yeah. You know, there's more Wongs in the world than anybody else. So if you just get half the Wongs in the world, Matty, you're okay. Okay.
No, that's for sure. We got a strong army of us.
Yes, you do. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you down the road, Matty Wong. Okay.
Sounds good, Larry. Thank you, Ron. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, talk to you soon. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back.